gives you the freedom to make beautiful creations with finely tuned features, or
Oh
unstoppable
nah,
monsters
this
with
fella
out-of-this-world
got
bodily
problems, bro.
proportions.
What?
And it's fun to just wander around the hub
What
and see
is
what
the
people up to.
body
There's
proportions
also
on
a
this
lot of
fella,
things to do
bro?
beyond just parking at a cabinet and playing with either friends or random players.
This dude has
There's
a
section of the
crazy
hub where you can play a
imagination.
rotating
Yo, 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 what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Punk, and I'm back with another video. Today, we have a pretty good one because, you know, today is pretty much going to be the release of Street Fighter 6, and I know a lot of you fellas are going to be playing it, so I decided to, why not watch our fellas over there at IGN's YouTube review that they have made on Street Fighter 6. It is already out, of course. It's an early review that they got the game early to review it for IGN, and you know, we're going to be watching their video and giving our live reaction to it because, you know, why not? It's the day of Street Fighter 6, so let's celebrate it with some IGN stuff, some IGN reviews on our game. And also want to show a little clip or a little tweet of a bunch of reviews that Street Fighter 6 have got. We'll do that when we get into the video, but yeah, that's pretty much what the video is going to be. And yeah, if you're watching, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn that post notification bell on, and let's get into it. Okay, so I do want to show off the tweet first. This tweet that I happened to see today, and this is like a bunch of scores that Street Fighter 6 have gotten, which is IGN 9 out of 10, Eurogamer 4 out of 5, Games Hub 5 out of 5, Screen Rant 5 out of 5, Games Radar 5 out of 5, and then you see the rest. I don't want to keep saying it, but you can see it on the screen. You see that everyone seems to be enjoying this game, which is why we are here to watch the IGN review to see what they got to say and, you know, why they enjoy it. I'm pretty much curious on how does these fellas really feel about the game, and we're gonna see right now.
Remember when Street Fighter V came out and a lot of people were disappointed by its distinct lack of
Who
meat
they
on
got?
its
They
bone?
got who?
Street Fighter V
My man,
came out,
Bitch You
and
Salts
a lot of
Man.
people were disappointed by its distinct lack of meat on its bones. Street Fighter 6 is the polar opposite. Complete with an excellent 18-character roster of both new and returning fighters, rendered in a killer new art style, an incredibly ambitious online battle hub that puts all other fighting game lobbies to shame.
Yo, thank you for the
and just
14
about
months,
everything
bad
you
man.
can ever
Appreciate
ask for
that.
when it comes to training tools and systems to help you get better at the genre. It's a spectacularly feature-rich fighting game. Street Fighter 6 takes many swings in many different directions, and though not every blow connects, the ones that do are absolute knockouts. The gameplay of every Street Fighter game since Street Fighter 2 can generally be defined by a unique mechanic. Street Fighter 3 had parries, 4 had focus attacks, 5 had the V system, and now Street Fighter 6 has the drive system. And for my money, it's the best the series has ever seen. Every character gains access to 5 powerful abilities that are all governed by their drive gauge: overdrive special moves, drive rush, drive parry, drive reversals, and drive impact.
I like this so
Overdrives
far.
are
It's
essentially
pretty good.
EX special moves and cost 2 bars.
It's actually a pretty good review so far, I would
Drive
say.
Rush allows you to quickly close the distance between you and your opponent at the cost of 1 bar, or cancel out specific normal attacks at the cost of 3 bars. Drive Reversals allows you to get an opponent off of you while you're blocking their attack at the cost of 2 bars, and Drive Impacts, well, we'll get to those in a bit. I love this system for a lot of reasons, but chief among them is that it opens up so many options, and at the start of every round, you have a full meter and have access to all of them. There's no building this meter up, or worrying about the amount you'll have left over for the next round. I could start aggressively by using a drive rush right out of the gate to put on pressure, I could save my meter for overdrive special moves to increase the damage of my combos, or I could fish for a crouching medium kick and then drive rush cancel it to
Okay.
big damage off of a single poke. Those are just a few of the options, and managing them makes the already extremely cerebral fighting of Street Fighter 6 even more enjoyable. The way it's handled when you run out of drive meter is also excellent.
Nice.
The character enters a burnout state where you're
Her
completely
DP look
unable to
extremely
use any
slow.
drive
I
meter
wonder
related techniques.
how
Your
fast
opponent's
it's going to
attacks
be.
become more advantageous on both block and hit. You take chip damage, and drive impacts are even scarier than before. And I swear, we'll get to drive impacts in just a bit. Being in burnout is a terrible position, but it's far from an unwinnable situation. You still move at the same speed, your attacks do the same damage, you still have access to all of your super moves, and while your opponent's drive impacts are a huge threat, You know that
These fellas playing online,
which can
sheesh.
lead to some interesting mind games on both
They
sides.
low-key gonna be the
Some of
CPT
most
winners now. They
tense
actually
and fun
can't
matches
enter
I've had
from
in Street Fighter
what
6
I've seen on
have been
Twitter.
when I
Apparently,
managed
they
to pull out a
can't.
victory even while
The
recording.
people with the early review
Now,
copies
let's talk about Drive Impact. Because I have
pretty
a feeling
much
that for a lot of people,
admit
whether
to
or
not
they
being
enjoy
able
Street
to
Fighter
play in
6
CPT
is
or
largely
gain
going to come
CPT
down to
points.
their feelings
Apparently,
on
is
the
what I've heard.
Drive Impact only costs
So you
one
don't have
bar
to
of
worry
drive
about
meter to use.
anyone
It has
if
super armor that
people
can
feel like
absorb
they'll
up to
get
2
an
hits,
early
and if it
advantage,
hits
but
while
I
your
don't
opponent
think it
is
really
in the
would
middle of their
matter
own
too
attack,
much, even if
it'll
they
be
did
knocked
play.
into a crumpled state, giving you a full combo. And that's not all. Even if they block it, they get blown back and lose half a bar of drive meter. And if they get backed into the corner, you get to follow it
This
up with
dude is
combo.
actually giving
That's
like a
not all
guide
either.
of the
Remember how I
game,
said
low
that's
key.
even more scary
This
than
not
Burnout?
even like just a
Well, if
review.
you block a drive impact and you're close to the wall,
He
you get
teaching them
stuck,
about the
and you'll
game.
need a full combo in the corner, even though you block their attack. It's one of the most powerful universal mechanics I've ever seen in a fighting game, and if you don't respect it, you will get crushed by it.
Yeah,
And
Drive
yet, I
Impact
love
is
drive
gonna be
impacts,
brutal.
because
We
they're
already
tuned
know.
so that they're just
You already
reactable
know
enough
if
to
you've
be
been on the
defended
channel
against
for a while. We
if
played
you
the
really
beta.
know
You
them,
know Drive
but
Impact
also
is a
still
brutal
fast enough to
mechanic.
catch you by surprise if you're not. All you have to do is
It's a
drive
brutal
impact them
mechanic.
right back.
It could be
You'll absorb
hit,
their
it
attack,
could
hit with
really
yours, and
win
now
you
the
a match
waves
or it could
reverse
lose you
so
one,
that you get the
depending on if you get it reversal
Countering
by
drive
another Drive
impacts is
Impact.
just
So
so incredibly satisfying, especially when it's the key to you turning the tables around and winning a tight round.
okay, my son Jurassic Rabbit got the combo. Stop it.
Street Fighter 6's roster of 18 characters is mostly familiar,
Oh,
with 12 returning characters
dang.
and 6 being
That hurt.
entirely
That was
new.
just a two-hit
But even the returning
charge
characters feel
special
fresh
move.
thanks to new quirks added to their movesets. Ken's command run, for example, now changes up the properties of several of his special moves when he uses them out of it, giving them EX-like
Yeah,
properties without
he's
having to
reviewing the
spend drive
characters now.
Cammy can now charge her special moves and give them V-trigger-like qualities. And DJ has a ton of new feints that make him an extremely tricky character to use and play against. The New Blood, meanwhile, are some of the best additions Street Fighter has seen. Kimberly is a clear standout, with a ninja-inspired moveset that has her closing the distance with quick teleports, pile driving you into the ground with Izuna drop like air throws, and mixing you up
I'm
with
honestly
techniques
really
that have to
enjoying
swing
this
away.
review. What do y'all think? I think this dude is giving the game a great review, in my opinion. You like to see this kind of thing.
And once he takes 4 drinks, pretty much all of his moves become extremely dangerous with multi-hitting attacks. That
So
left
maybe
me
people
totally
on IGN
clueless
who don't
on
play
when it was
fighting
actually
games
my
might
turn to fight back,
see this and
forcing
give
me
it a
basically
try.
to lab against him in training.
Even if they don't want to play
Pretty much
seriously,
every
you
Street
never
Fighter
know. They
game
might
has
enjoy
a
watching
switch.
competitively, but they
You've
might
got
enjoy
Lab
doing
Boys,
World
Zombie
Tour
at the
mode stuff or
Rush
Battle
Fighters
Hub,
and
you know,
Ken,
not
Jamie,
stuff that
and
requires
Ken.
playing
Zoners,
online,
Dalstein,
but you still
Pete,
can play
and
online with
Powerhouse
your special
Bruisers,
created character and
Melissa,
stuff, so
it's everything
I feel
want
like
out of the
maybe there's fellas that might watch that want to play that mode and they might enjoy watching the pro scene, so they might,
World Tour is an
you know,
ambitious
support
single-player mode.
the players
While
and
it
the
is a
streamers
big
and
step
all
up
that
from
stuff,
Street Fighter 5's attempt
the
at cinematic
tournaments,
story mode and anything else Street Fighter has
even
done before,
because they have
it's
this
certainly
stuff right
the
here,
biggest
like
part of
this
Street
right
Fighter
there.
6.
They showing
It's
it
at
now,
least
the
a
World
great
Tour
idea.
mode.
It's a surprisingly
If you're
enormous
36,
RPG
can you
that
get into the
allows you to
FGC?
take a
I
creative
definitely,
character
bro. There's
into
way
the
people
world of
way
Street
older
Fighter,
than 36
interacting with the
in the
playable roster
FGC.
by becoming their disciple and learning their moves, and then building them up from scratch by leveling up, equipping various.
Let me
types
know
of
what
stat
y'all think of the
altering
World
gear,
Tour
and
mode. Like, are
selecting
y'all
different
excited to
skills.
actually play
It
this?
also does a good job of
I
teaching
actually
new
am
players
very
the
curious
fundamentals of Street
on
Fighter
if
6 by
people
including
are
lessons
excited to
cycling,
play this, or y'all
like
just want to
steadily
play
increasing
online and
difficulty
play a
over the
character.
course
I'm
of
actually excited to
hours.
play this, believe it or not.
However,
I'm gonna be
RPGs
grinding this
and
out a bit, and I'm gonna be playing it because I want to have
World
I want my character to
Tour
be
is
cheap.
unbelievable.
Since it is going to have online matches, you can challenge people. I want my character to be cheap.
And a mute protagonist whose
You never
main
know,
purpose
people
is
might
to
run
discipline
tournaments with this
everybody for various
also.
gangs and factions. There's nothing to get excited
They might
about.
run like
It
created
feels like
character
it was written
tournaments
with
if you
the
can
primary
spectate the
purpose of having
matches.
your character jump around
I
to
don't know if
various
there's been
countries
any
to meet the roster
word on
requirements.
if you can
And
spectate
yet,
people
it never really
matches
bothers
with
to justify
created
those trips.
characters.
In one chapter, a random gangster all of a sudden tells me that I need to get her bag back that my buddy
But
stole.
I definitely
And
would
so,
host one if
without
it's
any
possible.
objection, the most reasonable solution
That
is for
would be
me to
mad
make a
fun.
global trip to Rome in order to fashion a counterfeit bag that I can hopefully use to fool the gangster.
Let me know what y'all think over there on
thinking I got
YouTube
my
also.
backpack.
Do y'all
In
think I
another
should
chapter,
host
I had to go to
a
Jamaica and
World Tour
Brazil
mode data
because
bash?
my
What
original
y'all
mentor,
think?
Luke,
Let me know.
wanted souvenirs from those places and I guess just doesn't know how to shop online. At least the tone is goofy and fun, which is a
Bro,
great
my
fit
man
for
looks
Street
like a
Fighter. You can
superhero.
fight just about anyone on the street, regardless
What
of
the
whether
heck?
they deserve a rising uppercut to the face or not.
Ouch. You could
It's
just
fun to
kill him
use
like
with
that?
looking moves,
Nah,
like the
you don't even
spinning
have
merge
to
gaps
engage
like
in a fight. I could just kill him
and
before
there's a
the fight
surprising
start. Yo, he
variety.
snuffed
Many
that
of which do
fella.
an admirable job of teaching newer players how to deal with specific situations that will come up outside of story mode. Some enemies will favor blocking high, making them vulnerable to low attacks. Others will stay permanently in the air and must be brought down by anti-air techniques. And others still will try to hang back and pepper you with projectiles, forcing you to
what?
fight them like you would a zoner type character.
What is that?
And then
Who
you
teleport
also
is
fight
that in the
refrigerators.
game?
And
There's a character
it's
with
weird,
that?
but in a
Nah,
very
imagine
amusing
fighting a level
Yakuza-esque
22
way.
refrigerator.
There's also a variety of fun mini games.
That's a
that do
level
great job of
22
gamifying
refrigerator.
techniques that you would actually use in a typical fight. In one of them, you have to chop bottles by holding back for a second and then quickly moving the stick in the opposite direction and pressing a button, which is how you would perform charge type
That's
special
pretty
moves
cool.
on a character like Guile or Blanca.
It's kinda like,
Another
reminds
has
me of
you making
Yakuza.
pizza by quickly performing special move inputs as they appear on screen. And another still has you using your
Oh,
combos
wow,
to
look at
quickly
the-
destroy a big rig
like
in a
how
nod
they
to the original
graphics
car
look.
busting
It's
minigame
pretty
from
cool.
Street Fighter 2. The best thing
Oh,
about World
man.
Tour, though,
That was
and the
sick.
thing that really serves as the carrot at the end of the stick,
Are they beating
is
up the
promise
dude
of being
from the
able to
start?
fight
You
the
can't beat up my
character
man from the
moves
start.
every
I thought he
fight.
was a.
By the end of the campaign, I could
His
use
name
Steam's
Eternity? Is
teleport to
that fella
instantly
name?
appear
I don't
behind
even
the opponent,
know.
hit them with Zangief's spinning pile driver, and then use Ken's Dragon Lash kick to get right back.
Nah,
in the
that's
face.
cheap.
Being
That's
able
what
to
I want my
customize
character to
character in
have.
ways that would make them absolutely
Men's
broken
did
in the real
SPD
game
and then
is a lot of
Ken's
fun.
kick
The
and
issue
got
is that
crushed.
it
Nah,
takes
that's how I
forever
want
to
my
level up
character
the
to be
character
that
style to
cheap.
the point where you
This
learn
dude
the
character
moves.
cheap. Jurassic
Do this
Rabbit
simply
already
by
level
using
46.
but
I'm
even
not.
though I only used
I'm not
Luke's
playing. I'm
and
not.
Ken's
Don't
throughout
challenge
the
me,
entire
Jurassic
mode,
Rabbit. Give
I
me like
still
a
didn't
month.
max out either of them.
You're gonna be like
Those who
level
love the
700 by the
grind
time
and enjoy
I
having
get my
the
hand on the
left over
game.
to unlock after the 20 or so hours it takes to
Oh,
complete World
man.
Tour, but I would have liked the drip feed of new unlocks.
Bro, look at
substantially
Jurassic
faster,
Rabbit health
considering
bar. That's
the sheer
crazy.
amount of rewards that there are to unlock by maxing out the ranks of each character. I have many more issues with World Tour, but even despite them, I still had a fun time with it by the end.
On the
It's a
train
mode that's
station,
more
bro, my
direct
man got
aimed
beats
towards
on.
people without a lot of fighting game experience. And I think those
This is
people will
sick,
get
bro.
a ton more out of it than I did. The character customization elements are great. The way it incentivizes fundamental lessons of how to play Street Fighter 6 by dressing them up as side missions and minigames is extremely well done. And there's just an overwhelming amount of content to discover with
Why are you
two
looking at
very
the
large
ground like
open
that?
worlds to explore, both of which
They don't
have
wanna
day
show
and
off
nighttime
the-
versions that each have their own set of side missions to discover.
Bro, you really just gonna walk around like that? That is sick. Bro, what is this
Another
outfit?
reason
This
why
is
you might want to go
disturbing.
through World Tour mode is that you're able to
Why
take
is
your
the
character
ear so
and all the
big,
gear that
bro?
they've earned into the online Battle Hub, which is an online social space where you can queue into both ranked and unranked matchmaking, or pull up a cabinet much like you would in a local arcade and await challengers. Online lobbies are not a new thing in the world of fighting games.
This
Truthfully,
is
I've never
disturbing,
been
dude.
the biggest fan of them. But Street Fighter 6's implementation of the Battle Hub has won me over. For one, it's super cool to look at because Street Fighter 6's character creator is absolutely wild and gives you the freedom to make beautiful creations with finely tuned features or unstoppable
Oh,
monsters.
nah,
with
this fella
out-of-this
got
world bodily
problems,
proportions.
bro. What-
And it's fun to just wander around the hub.
What
and see
is
what
the
they're up
body
to.
proportions
There's also
on
a
this
lot of
fella,
things to
bro?
do beyond just parking at a cabinet and playing with either friends or random players.
This dude has
There's
a
section of
crazy
the hub where you can play
imagination.
a rotating selection of classic Capcom arcade games like Final Fight and Street Fighter 2. Another section where you can play extreme.
Yeah, that's
battles
also a
like
cool
King
thing that
of
Street
Gimmick.
Fighter 6 has, but I don't know if
Where you
people
can
know
purchase
is
more customizable
the fact
clothes
that
for
you
your
get to
avatar
play
with
a
in-game
lot
currency,
of older
and you can
Capcom
even
games
pick your created
in the
character
Battle
against
Hub.
others in avatar battles.
So that's kind
But
of sick.
the
And I think you
most
can play it against
important thing
people
about
also,
Battle
so
Hub is that it's
I think that's
all
really cool.
if you don't want to deal with it, you don't have to. You can simply queue up for ranked or casual matches via a menu, go into training mode while you wait, or create a custom room for multiple friends.
So
without
if you
ever
are
having to go
burnt
through
out
the
from
battle,
playing and
which
you
is
want to play an
exactly
older
how it
Street
should
Fighter
be.
game, they'll have some for you. Or just an older Capcom game. I think
What
they have
really
more than
pushes
just Street
Street
Fighter
Fighter
games.
6 over the edge is how it completely nails virtually everything
Oh,
outside
nah,
of its
that
main
combo was
modes
kinda
that you can
gas.
ask for in a fighting game. Based on my experience playing pre-launch and in all three betas, including the open beta, its netcode is excellent. It's got the best training mode I've ever seen in a fighting game, complete with frame data,
Yeah, the
cancel
training
window
mode is
data,
amazing.
and a ton of other useful things. It's got extremely helpful character guides that make it very easy to learn a new character from scratch, combo trials that teach you practical combos for a variety of situations, load times are
Let me know,
extremely quick,
YouTube,
and
if y'all want me
rematches
to
are
make a
nearly
YouTube
instantaneous.
video
You can
explaining
search
the
for replays
training
with a
room.
ton of different filters.
If y'all want a
Matchups,
video explaining the
there's
training
crossplay
room and how
across
to use it
Xbox,
effectively,
PlayStation, and PC.
let me
There's
know,
frame
and I
data
will
when you're
make that video
spectating,
for
you
y'all.
create and join clubs, and the list just goes on and on. Many fighting
Because I feel
games
like the
also
training
have
room
these
is very
features,
important
but
in this
very
game,
few
and
have
it's
all of them.
pretty
And
good
especially
and
not
easy
right
to
now.
understand once
Street
you,
Fighter 6
I
also
guess,
deserves
you
credit
know,
for really
get
making
just
an
a little
effort
bit
in
of help
welcoming
on
new
trying to
players
understand it. If you
ways.
know,
On
don't
top
really
of World Tour mode,
get
there's
all the
also a new modern
like Street
control
Fighter
scheme
terms
that
and
allows you to play
just
without
fighting
having
game
to worry
terms and
about
stuff.
character-specific command inputs or combo routes. Special moves are mapped to a button and a direction, much like Smash Brothers. There's one button each for light, medium, and heavy attacks. You can execute combos by holding down an assist button and mashing one of the 3 attack buttons, and you can use super moves just by pressing 2 buttons at the same time. The playing field is kept even by the fact that those using modern controls don't have access to a character's full repertoire of normal moves. But being able to perform special moves with just the
This
press
fella
of a button
even
is
explaining
a
like
trade-off that
modern
makes
and
the modern
classic
control
controls.
style
This is the
appealing
greatest
even for
review
those
I've
who
ever
aren't
seen on a
beginners.
game. I don't feel like he's even,
And for those who just
it's
wanna
just
hold
like a
forward and
good
mash with
review,
one button
and
to
he's
execute
not
special
actually
moves
like,
and combos, there's also a new dynamic
it don't sound
approach
like
game
he's
that's
not trying
only
to
usable
make the
offline,
game sound
and
better than what it
essentially
is. It's just
AI
kind of
shoots the
natural,
cat's
you know?
Capcom's
Like he
really
not
just covered all their
saying it
bases.
because he just likes the game. You could just tell it's just a natural review of just how he feels about the game. There's no
Street Fighter
biasness, there's
games
no
are
like
always
hate,
benchmark moments for
none of
indie
that.
fighting
It's just
games.
a natural,
Street
just
Fighter
honest
6
review.
feels extra special. The drive system is an incredible addition to the fighting mechanics that gives you a veritable Swiss Army knife of options and meter management decisions right from the start of every round. The starting roster is the best that Street Fighter has ever seen. Its online netcode through 3 betas has been impeccable so far, and the number of smaller details that it nails right out of the gate is unprecedented.
Cammy's
It's
drive
good
rush
that
low-key
even
look
with poor
pretty
story
good.
and extremely
Just
slow
a spin, though. It
progression,
don't look like it got much
code
range, but it's
amounts
just
to only
it's a
jab's
spin.
worth of damage on its metaphorical health bar. Whether you're completely new to fighting games or are a seasoned vet, Street Fighter 6 is a must
Oh
play.
nah, that was pretty. They gave it a 9 out of 10. Well, that is going to be the review and our reaction to it. And I honestly think that review was amazing. That dude was just an amazing reviewer. He nailed the game. He explained it very well to all the people who are new that might not really understand fighting games that watch on IGN. So I think that's pretty cool. And he just kind of nailed the whole review on just perfectly. I don't even know. I can only say good things about how much justice he did the review, even though it's not really justice because the game really is like everything he said. But it's just a crazy review, and you know, my hat's off to that guy. And thank you to IGN for showcasing Street Fighter 6 like that, honestly, and hopefully get some new fellas in the game that watch this review that don't normally play them, and they just, you know, like to follow IGN and watch their video game reviews. Hopefully some of them fellas can get in the game. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought over there on YouTube about the IGN review, and you know how great of a job that this fella honestly did, and what are your overall thoughts on Street Fighter 6 in general. Just like this fella, let me know what y'all review is on Street Fighter 6. If y'all played the betas and whatnot, let me know how y'all feeling about the game and everything. And as always, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.